In a follow-up from part 2, many of you might wonder why my father would be involved in a project to actually help the French to improve a missile that they've developed. And just to give you a background on him, he was, he basically left school and went to the Navy at the age of 16, and that was back in 1961. And he completed his technical matric in the Navy, which you could do back in those days, and basically finished up in 1963 when he was at the age of 18. He was included in the team of people that fetched the first submarines, the Daphne class submarines from the French, and he actually was part of the crew that brought the Daphnes back to South Africa. So in the Navy, he obviously had opportunity to show his abilities as a technical genius, which is exactly what he was. So he got involved in many projects. He's got many patents to his name, and he was an inventor. That's basically what he did. And then because of something that happened, like I mentioned in the part 2 video, after a debriefing session, got him extremely politically involved in the future of the country as well as the world, and certainly has sparked a course for me in my life that I definitely didn't ask for. Behind me here you can see a trophy, diploma, as well as 3 medals that he won in 1999 in Geneve in Switzerland at Palexpo, which is the patent expo for people from throughout the world. This trophy over here, he won for the best invention for the betterment of mankind. He actually invented a motor, a rotary motor, a special design that could run on water with a special reactor unit, which I had the fortune of being involved with. The first prototype of the motor was just extremely efficient and extremely powerful, didn't need any gearbox. I don't want to go into details now, but he received this trophy from Palexpo for that. The South African government at the time actually paid for his trip to Palexpo in 1999. The Department of Trade and Industry actually paid for everything. He received this diploma that you see here for his invention of the motor. He received a gold medal from Russia for his invention, as well as a tip jet helicopter design that he made known at Palexpo. The Russians have been struggling for many years to actually come up with a proper tip jet helicopter design, and what they did is they actually built the turbines on the ends of the blades, which was actually quite stupid. And my father came up with a normal jet design at the tips of the blades, which would obviously work much better, and he actually built the design to that effect. He got a bronze medal from Bulgaria, as well as a silver medal from the Palexpo itself for overall achievement with his 3 specific patents that he presented at the patent show. So my father was an accomplished technical inventor. He was probably the best the country had ever known, and because of that got involved in many projects, many of them with the CSIR, many of them weapons driven, many of them the type of inventions that governments would use for their own security. And he shared many of this with me in his last days. My father died at the age of 65 of natural causes. The day before he died, he was still flying from hangar doors up in a harness for a sliding door invention that he had that made it possible for hangars to be built closer together. And it's difficult for me under the circumstances and with other evidence that I have, to believe that he just died of natural causes at that age. considering that he had many attempts on his life. After that specific, or at that specific Palexpo, he was offered $50 million from someone in the oil industry to buy out the patent for his motor, and he declined. I have that contract in my possession, and he just scratched out massive null and void across all the pages. And this is the kind of person that my father was. Because of all his experience and exposure, he turned against the international establishment and made it his life mission to fight them. And I will cover more of that at later times within these videos that I'm doing now.